Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's here with the random guys today. Welcome to the channel. Good your boys back with another video for you guys today. Today, we're going to be doing a review of Debinha. I figured since the session state's not going to do it, I'll do it. I know people are like, well, already been seeing it on the session. Because to me, I feel like if someone's going to be a popular video, then it's not a point. There's no reason for me to do it. Y'all are just going to go watch his instead, anyways. But he's not doing a video more so because he just doesn't feel like anyone's going to do the card. He doesn't feel like it's a meta card, and also because of views. You know, he said in his video when we did a video about the newest evil that they did, that he did a video of another player who didn't get a lot of views. So he's not doing Debinha because he just want to waste his time, you know, making a video that won't get views. For him, it's a job. For me, it's a hobby. So you know, I'm not really worried about how many views this video will get. But talk about Debinha, like I said, you know, he doesn't see her as a bad card. And also, again, based on something else in the session, is me and Inception, we're kind of the same person when it comes to how we play this game, how we view this game, how we view the community. We both, you know, dislike player locking. We both dislike keep movement. We both play the game in a similar way where we try to play an authentic style of football where, and we're not going to sit here and just spam, you know, broken mechanics like power shots and finesse shots and headers and trivelas. We're just going to we'll do those things if the game, you know, is in a situation where we need to, you know, have like a good angle for a finesse shot. But we're not going to like try to just, we're not playing for it. But anyways, Debinha's card is weird because I don't know what EA is thinking when it comes to how they made this card. First off, it's very, very expensive. You got a card that's almost 200K. It is 200K on PC. And that's crazy because we compare her card to, I want to see if we can get to, here, let me just go to SBCs. You compare her card to the Mahrez. Mahrez card is almost 100K less than Debinha's card. But when it comes to their rating, it's just a 1+ rating. You know, so it's 88 versus 89, and he's almost 100,000 less. You think yourself like, well, why? Why does the EH make her cost more by so much when it's just a 1 rating upgrade? And not only that, Riyad Mahrez has a way more meta, you know, not play style, like plus, whereas the Debinha's plus is in half winger, which, you know, most people aren't playing. So EA, it's a weird decision from EA to give her half winger when, you know, people don't really use that role, you know. And not only that, it could give her something else. They could have went with the classic, because classic thing's new. So if you want to like get people interested into doing, you know, these SBCs, you should have gave her a classic 10++ because it's a new, you know, role added to the game. And in general, when it comes to Debinha, she's always been good in games, and maybe that's what it is going to be. Maybe the price for the card is the Brazil tax, but also the tax of, you know, being a 5-star player. You know, Riyad Mahrez isn't 5-star, it's 4-star. And at the same time, Debinha, all of her promos have been good in the game. You know, even her gold card this year was very, very meta. In the last game, her team of the season card was very underrated, and people who did use it were like, yo, this card is insane. Her team of the year honorable mentions card was pretty good. Her winner wild cards card in 2024 was very good as well. So, you know, Debinha always has a good card, but again, she's like 5'1", and you do have weirdos who think that you know, the height is a massive freaking deal when it's not. But when it comes to like her actual stats, you know, the stats are almost very good. The issue is she lacks pace. She has 85 pace and 82 shooting, which to me is too low. So I think you'll want to get that a little higher. So to me, I think running her on a hunter would be ideal, because you want to get that pace higher. You want to get that shooting higher, especially if you're going to play her on, you know, the right mid, which in this video, we're going to be playing her on the right mid. So she'll have the inside forward. We're not using half winger. Half winger to me is just, you know, an irrelevant thing, especially if you don't want your cam on half winger. If you're going to use half winger, you want that on like an actual midfielder, not your cam. But yeah, you know, her pace to me is too low. Her shooting was kind of low as well. But everything else was really good. When it comes to her playstyle, she has no shooting playstyles. She has Trivela, Acrobatic, Quick Step Plus, First Touch, Flare, Technical, and Trickster. Her gold card has Trickster Plus. You kind of wish that this card, you know, kind of had more than what it has here as well. Again, for a card that's 100,000 more than Riyad Mahrez's card, you know, he has shooting playstyles. He has a finesse shot, but gray. She has none. Again, EA, you're pricing this card at almost 200K on console. It is 200K on PC, but you didn't give her a single, scoring playstyle. This is one of Brazil's most prolific scorers. Yet she doesn't have a scoring playstyle. That doesn't make sense. And yeah, in 3 months it'll be a pretty solid Evo card, but that's not 3 months. We're in December. We're not in March. We're not looking for a card at this price, at this rating right now. That's going to be an Evoable card. We want a card we can use now. Apparently there is an Evo for this. I think it's like one of those, Classic 10 plus plus. You can throw, even though you can make her a Classic 10 plus plus if you want to with the Classic 10 Evo, but that's a waste of time. But as I said before, for an easy SBC, this is a A plus card if you do put her on a hunter and play her at Halfwinger. It's also A plus card if you put her, well, it says B plus, but it has a high rating. That's what's weird. Easy SBC. Why does it say it's an A plus with 90% than a B plus with 91%? Either way, for those who know, Easy SBC does have an AI, and the AI dictates how meta the card is. This has a 91.2 meta rating if you play her as inside forward with a hunter or with a Halfwinger. It's a 90 plus 2. If you put on a catalyst, it go higher. But let's get into the games, look at the team, and we'll see if Debinha could cook. All right, here we are in game. This is what we've been running. We're running a 4-5-1-2 bracket 2. Think about doing a 4-2-3-1, but we'll probably just run the 4-5-1 bracket 2. Debinha will be playing as an inside 4, like I said, as a right mid, 5-star, 5-star. Like I said, I kind of want to use her to where I think she would be best used. I think she'd be best used in that right side and not as a cam or as a striker. Don't play her striker at all, in my opinion. You can use her a cam if you want to. She's not like, she wouldn't be a bad cam. But just in general, because I feel like the playstyle, the role is better on her right mid than it is for her cam. If she had Shadow Striker plus plus, which would have been great in my opinion, Playmaker plus plus, then I probably would, I'll play her a cam. But I just don't like Halfwinger. I don't feel like it's a good role for a cam. But yeah, let's get into some game rivals and see if Debinha can get some shit done. Literally put my stick down to the bottom past Debinha. The game passes straight. Like, that was such a freaking, it was a good pass. Just this game just does not pass the ball where you want to pass the ball to. What was that? That's an easy goal. You literally tap the freaking do inside the box from that shot, and the game just like, we're gonna have her sky it. But that's the kind of shot a player takes if their composure is low. Why did they call a foul? I didn't do anything. This game needs to stop with the auto fouls. Because this game does this shit where it automatically fouls if you freaking switch your players. Like I swap players that defend against that, and apparently like the game just auto fouled. Like, oh, since you're gonna change your player, who's gonna have you freaking do a foul? Love it. I love we win the ball there with BBD and we can't freaking like capitalize off that. That's the issue that I think exists in this game, where like you literally cannot capitalize on like winning the ball off people. Offside trap. Oh, that was good. That was actually like a really good play right there. It's just the offside trap. He literally offside traps the second I freaking get the ball where I need to get the ball. That's just good timing, but like, it's one of the things where the game's protecting people who are bad at the freaking game. Like right there, you probably should just speed boost, because like this game, like the fact that we can't attack that hole, there's a huge hole, we can't attack it. Oh, Debinha. Good moves, girl. Good moves. That's a good pass, and just has to remain calm and
was a great save. But the way they're playing at the moment, the equaliser can't be far away now.
Well,
He's gonna leave, fucking bitch. Yeah, go ahead, you little pussy ass bitch.
rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just
Carragher is a 6'1" freaking center back who literally loses the ball, who trips over in the way that he just tripped over after winning the freaking ball. He wins the ball and then falls on freaking ass. Again, this game will do anything in its power to prevent you from freaking actually gaining freaking possession when you win the ball.
on to Brighton. Debinha.
I'm there with a fresh crustacean.
Alexia Putellas.
And when the ball goes long,
Takes it off.
There we go, Casemiro.
The opening.
All right, for the final game with Debinha, we're actually going to play her on as a cam as a freaking half winger. So I don't really like the idea of half winger, but for the sake of the video, we'll go ahead and put her on half winger to utilize her plus plus. Honestly, we should have tried classic 10. That thing might have been like nice. We just go balance, or should we go freaking like what you call attack? Let's go with attack. I'm gonna play her in the 4-2-1-3 on half winger and see how she cooked for the last game.
Mbappe. Oh, that's a really good run. Smith.
I hit wide to pass that ball the second I pass the ball to my player. But it takes so long to the bean just runs offside because it takes so long for the pass to freaking go off.
No let up on the pressing front.
Like you're supposed to like just be a 1-2 pass, and it just doesn't happen because it takes forever for the ball, like the game to actually register the freaking pass. This is such a problem in this freaking game, and like it's dumb that we're still dealing with this shit at this stage of freaking game. We're in freaking December, and we're having this issue with freaking delay. But I can't see. This shit's so fucking toxic, dude. You wanna know like what's toxic in this fucking game? Is shit like that. Like the fact that I can't see my fucking players. I can't see the ball because this bitch chose to freaking use a punk ass freaking like stadium where people can't fucking see.
It was a foul, but good use of an opportunity to level it.
Your bitch ass.
Is Stuart Robson, and what we have coming up for you is action from foot rivals. It's Sporting Club Pride versus the Kickers.
We took the being off freaking classic 9, not classic 9, freaking center half. So we're playing one more game to see if we can do anything with classic 10 on.
Rashford has a go, foiling his opponent completely. Here's how it looks for Pride. Gianluigi Buffdarts with
Hello.
Casemiro in the center of the pitch, and the idea is to have just the one striker up
Bruh,
there.
I hit X to, like, the reason I'm standing there, you're probably like, what the fuck are you doing right there? I'm literally hitting X to freaking kick the ball. And the game just ignores me. Like, I'm not playing against my opponents today, I'm playing this freaking game.
And here's the Kickers.
My inputs aren't freaking, like, registering at all.
Starts alongside. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. And that is a free kick artist at work. What a
Oh my god.
wilting under the pressure, and now they try to go forward. Guijarro. Opportunity here, and a goal! Just like that,
Notice they didn't call a foul there in that contact that happened.
back underway. Debinha. Smith. Just the chance.
Wasn't hell trying to pass it to, but whatever. Of course, I get tripped, so we can't capitalize off the fact that we won the ball there.
Kevin De Bruyne.
We win the ball, my player goes down, so we can't capitalize off of it. A common thing today is that I'm literally winning the fucking ball,
Smith.
and then the ball just like,
Disappointing for Pride to
cool,
get
cool,
away like
cool. We're winning the ball, and then I just can't do anything after that. Like, we'll win the ball, and something causes my players not be able to freaking like even bother with the ball, like the ball. Every time my players win the ball, something that happens toward that person freaking moving the ball. They win the ball, and something happens, and our players can't freaking like capitalize off winning the freaking ball. Casemiro wins the ball and just falls over.
On to Chiesa here. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Incisive ball from Smith. The real pressure here. And there's the goal she was hoping for. Is it going to be? And there it is! 2 goals in a matter of minutes. Incredible stuff. Kelly Smith. It's a weighted pass.
No, he didn't. Oh my god, that's not a pin. He literally just runs behind her and kicks from the freaking back heel. This game is so shit. All right, outro time as the streak of like this game being very, very bad continues. This is the first time in a review I ever took a player out. In the last game at halftime, I started Debinha out. Like, it's such a weird situation with this card, because this might be the first time I ever give a card a negative review. Usually in reviews, you know, even if a card is just, you know, the bare minimum of average, you know, I'll make up, I'll give you guys an excuse for why you could freaking find value in the card. But with this card, there's nothing there. You know, the rolls that they gave the pluses to, inside 4 is, you know, a goated roll in the game, but it's a plus one. It's just a 1+. Having your cam on half winger just does not make sense, like at all. Like it removes the entire point that you use a cam. If you have like a wing, like your midfielder on half winger, it can kind of make sense because they're already you're basically just having them. Like if you ever play FC24, so many people will be new to this game, but if you played FC24, there was a role in the game, well, not really a role, but like an instruction in the game where you could have a midfielder cover wing, cover wing, cover center. And cover wing basically just makes sure that gap between the left back and right back is covered by the midfielder. That makes sense for a midfielder. The cam is basically a backup forward, and having Debinha abandon the midfield to just go stand on the freaking on the flanks, it just doesn't make any logical sense. Unless you're playing her to get like to do crosses, why would you want to even have her just go stand on the flanks? You know, especially because again, it's your cam. If you're playing with a cam in this game, you want that cam to be a focal point of your build-up play in any attack. You want them in the center of the freaking field, playing as basically like a second freaking striker, damn near, or basically like a false 9, not someone who's just sitting on the freaking on the flanks. It just I don't understand what the goal here was with EA. Like, you put on a card that's damn near 200k, and the stats are okay. You give her roles that don't fit the card, and you give her no scoring playstyles. None. This is a cam who has half winger plus and center 10 plus. And has no passing playstyles. A cam with no passing playstyles. You have a right mid who has no shooting playstyles. EA did this card dirty. As good as Debinha's cards are, as good as her gold card is, as good as her cards were last year, this is the worst Debinha card they ever put out. You know, if I gave it a score, it's 3 out of 10. The only reason why this has a 3 is because the stats are good enough to where you can compensate. If you're just playing football, you will be able to score at some point. But like the value just does not meet it. Almost 200k, and this is what the game gives you. Patrick has a scoring playstyle. Patrick has 3 passing playstyles. When if you think about like value, when Patrick came out, everyone's like, this is a must-do SBC. The price is great. The being 50,000 coin less, and it's just like, what the fuck? She has no scoring playstyles, no passing playstyles. She's a midfielder who's an attacking midfielder. She's a right mid, and there's nothing there. She has no passing playstyles. I said this in all my videos this year. Whenever you have a card, you notice what's not there. What was there is good. Technical is good. First touch is good. Trickster is good. Trivella is good. Quickstep is good. But you notice what's not there. You notice she has no passing play styles. You notice she has no scoring play styles. We played a handful of rival games and she got 1 goal. That doesn't happen. If you watch my reviews, my players, when I do these reviews, are just non-stop prolific at scoring or getting assists. She has 1 goal in 6 games. And yeah, the gameplay is shit again. So you could say, hey, the gameplay is shit. That's why, you know, maybe if the gameplay was better. But you can't use that as an excuse every video. The last review we did, we had shit gameplay, but that player was still producing. You know, we did every review we've done this week, every video we've done this week. I don't know how many videos we've done this week. I haven't been paying attention. But like we've been in bad gameplay since the last patch. The last patch was very, very good at making it to where, you know, heading is nerfed and dribbling's better. But outside of those particular things, the last patch ruined like just the game itself. Like it's just, the game feels very heavy and the passing is back to being just as shit as it was beginning of the game. With that said, in the last review, I was still able to produce with that card. This review, this card did nothing. Like she wasn't making attacking runs. And I left the clip in for the last game. We took her out. You wouldn't know, like the second we put Alexi Putellas in, and yeah, I know it's Putellas. Putellas was a game changer. The second she got into the game was a game changer. We were struggling to score that entire freaking game. We won the game 4-3. We were struggling to score the entire game. Put in Alexi Putellas, we scored 2 goals. Immediately. So, what is this, EA? You know, you had a chance to do, like, even if you say these kind of cards are for people who are just getting in the game for Christmas and things like that, that doesn't really help them out at all. You're not giving them a card that's going to be like crazy to use. First off, it's too expensive at 200k, and then you're giving them a card that has, you know, an awful role for position. Half winger to me is dog shit for a cam. You know, and you have no passing play styles, no scoring play styles as a cam. As a cam, you look at other cams. 3 freaking play styles for passing, 1 shooting. Look at Bonmati. 3 passing, 1 shooting. Look at Goro. 2 passing, 2 shooting. You know, so what are you noticing here? The cams always have multiple, what you call them? We have Danielle's Magic Weaver. 2, 1. Makes sense because, you know, she's actually like a left winger and Danielle's Magic just kind of gives her the role. But my point here is, you look at the cams, they all have more than 1 passing play style and more than 1 shooting play style. Debinha has none. It's a bad card. That's it for me. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't do this SPC. I did it for the sake of the video. I did it because I'm the NWO selling guy. But take my advice. Don't do Debinha unless you really want to build a Brazilian team. And you're hoping that in the future, in 3 months, take him out with the Evo that gives her passing play styles or scoring play styles. But as this card is, if you want to use Debinha, go get her gold or wait for another card to come out for her. It's shit. EA, you fucked up. I'm out of here. Deuces.